Test the prevailing winds by means of the windsock. Then choose the proper terrain and make sure the takeoff is clear of all obstacles.
Engine 2 is out. Goose, I'm losing control. I can't control it.
Welcome to Earth.
All right, so we're kind of talking about starting a podcast, I guess, and then some videos to go along with it. Is that kind of what we're thinking?
I think so.
I don't know how that'll be, but we're going to try it. So I guess we'll learn as we go.
No, yeah. Just pick it up, wing it.
Yeah.
Beefcake through it.
Yeah, no kidding. And the crappy basement setting, I guess we'll get better in time. So Probably not.
No,
we have no
definitely
money. No, so
very
kind
low
of
budget.
the theme is like problems we're going through, and then how we're dealing with them, or just kind of our reaction to them. And
I gotcha. I just kind of had a story from last night.
okay,
Just the general terrible things that happen to people. Serving, won't say where. Probably not a good idea.
yeah, because you don't want to get fired.
No, yeah.
All right, fair enough.
I mean, I do, but
You don't have another job. Line
yeah,
at the moment,
so I can't afford it. But I was serving. Customer guests come in all the time. They got sat in my section. They're pretty high maintenance, they say, but everybody says they're really nice. They said they would tip me well at the end, so I was pretty excited to have them. They seemed like good people. Had good conversation, talked to them throughout the night, whatever. But then it got to one point where they just decided to shit all over me for a good 5 minutes. Yeah.
Like talk bad about you or what?
I mean, essentially, we were just talking about life and kind of what I was intending to do if I was in school, and I told them right now, I'm in transition.
Right.
My fiance and I are thinking about moving to LA, and he started
Abandoning me, it's whatever though.
I mean, you never know. But essentially, it came down to, he was asking why I was going out there, what took me out there, and I told him, I like music business. It's always something that I've been passionate about. I started booking shows when I was young and really loved that environment. And usually when I tell guests that, their response is something along the lines of, oh, that's so cool, that's so exciting.
Really?
Yeah, not this time.
Never had that experience.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, good. So you'll relate then.
Okay,
because this
fair
dude
enough.
was like, oh, so I just don't get it. I don't know what's with people your age about trying to go out and make it somewhere. I don't understand why you'd want to do that.
Why did you want to follow your dreams, or like why you'd want to do anything at all?
Why you'd want to follow your dreams,
okay.
essentially.
Well, dreams are stupid,
No,
so basically, following your dreams is a waste of money and resources is what I found in my personal experience. But
oh, no.
Go for him.
Apparently that's what this guy did too.
Was it just me, just older?
Less angry about the world.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
But, essentially the same points. But, no, I just started talking about how he's like, I have a nephew that went out there, and he was out there for like 6 years just wasting his life away. He was trying to become a writer. And apparently this dude had writing
for what?
Like movies and stuff, TV shows.
Does he do credits or anything?
He wrote for Desperate Housewives.
Well, I would say that's a waste of a life too.
He had something, and they sat there and they totally naysayed him. Said it was.
What does he do?
He wrote for Desperate Housewives.
No. The old couple. Did you ask?
I don't have no idea.
You should have asked.
I should have. Next time I'll bring that up.
Do they come all the time?
Yeah, all the time.
Okay.
At least once or twice a week.
Well, next time you're there, think of some comebacks, or just out of the blue, walk over to their table and just drill them with a bunch of nonsense.
Dude.
Be like, who's that asshole curly-haired kid that had nothing to say about anything?
No, yeah. Well, my boy Statistics was like, 98% of people fail trying to make it out there. And I was like, okay.
Based on the apartments and rent and everything, I would go with 98%, but that's still pretty cool that he wrote for Desperate Housewives.
But
isn't that supposed to be reality? So how do you write for?
It wasn't. No, Desperate Housewives wasn't reality.
I'm pretty sure it is.
Was it?
I don't know. You got Google? I got Google.
I have Google somewhere.
No, I'm pretty sure, dude. Desperate Housewives.
Regardless, he.
I'll Google it. Keep going.
Yeah, he wrote for a show that was successful and that had many seasons. I thought.
I'll find out here in a second.
No, yeah, please. But
it's on Hulu, so.
But you've heard of it. Like if you said that you wrote for Desperate Housewives, somebody would recognize that and appreciate it. I've never seen the show, but I was still like, oh, I've heard of that. That's pretty cool. I wish I had that under my belt. But no, they were not excited about it at all. So they essentially just went on telling me how everything I was doing was a mistake and how I should just abandon that right away. And
I'm already getting ticked.
yeah, dude, Google's, I mean, fantastic. Google's great.
Yeah, hire me, Google.
But,
American television comedy drama. Okay, so I guess it is an actual TV show.
yeah.
But I mean, it's gone on forever, about 8 years.
Yeah, so I mean, it's a healthy running show. Their point was that while he was writing that show and while he was working on that show, he also had to have a second job.
That's fair.
But I mean, if you're moving out somewhere, if you're moving out to a place like LA or one of these big cities to pursue your dreams in writing or music business or whatever, and you're doing that, like he was doing what he went out there to do. How could you sit there and say that he failed and he didn't make it? He might not make as much money as somebody else, or he might have to work a little bit harder than somebody else.
I didn't even get the words out of my mouth.
I know.
Before you filled it in.
No, I know. I knew where you were going with it. But that was his goal. He attained it. And, I mean, if he wasn't happy with that and he decided to move on, that's one thing. But if he was happy...
Well, did he go out for like a specific purpose? Was he trying to write novels, or was he specifically trying to write TV?
They made it sound like he was out there trying to write TV or just work on movies or anything.
Well, is he currently still there, or no?
I think he moved... I think, by the way they made it sound, he moved back.
Okay.
I'm not sure.
Because I worked for a TV production company, and then I worked for like a film production company for a little bit, which was pretty cool, but... it was like you work for a couple days, they need you, and then you're off the set, you know?
Yeah.
So, I mean, if it's by project based, I'm sure he's not, if he wasn't like a sole, like, writer on that.
No,
you know
yeah,
what I'm saying?
and he wasn't, because that was a big show.
Like, you definitely need a couple different jobs to get through it. But, I mean, like, that's still cool.
But if you're writing, if your first gig is writing Desperate Housewives or whatever, and then you go out and you find something else, and it just snowballs.
I get it. I mean, it's not like it's around here where it's...
You find one thing and
few and far between, you know. Out there, everyone's trying to do that. So I mean, I understand, like, for the old people where they're coming from. I mean, if anyone actually watches this, first of all, I'd like to say that I'm sitting with like a stick up my ass because I have a spinal injury, so that's why I'm sitting all goofy. But no, but going back to what we were talking about, no, because I don't know, going out there and everyone's trying to do that. I understand, like. But trying to get the job, not saying that he shouldn't go follow whatever. I mean, if he's young enough to where he can do that, cool. I mean, if he's like 40, trying to make money for a family and kids, real stupid. But
that's different. But like, I mean, I'm 23 years old. I mean, I have a fiance or whatever, but we're both pretty stable in that aspect. Like, I feel like that's not an unhealthy decision to try to move out somewhere and try to make something of yourself right now. I mean. Like you said, if you're older, if you're 40 years old, 50 years old.
But you guys are also not in the same boat to where you're outside of living with a couple different people to try and make it work. You know what I'm saying?
No, yeah.
So, I don't know. It kind of depends on what stage of life he's in. And I'm sure this guy's not moved out of the area that he's living to. You know
True. But that's my point. With all those different circumstances and all those different, you know, perspectives and things going on, how can he sit there and tell me that I'm going to fail and that it's a mistake if he doesn't even know who I am?
No, I agree. I'm saying I'm kind of on the flip side of the coin. Like, I'm not in the same boat as you anymore to where it's like dreams grow on trees. But, like, I'm still on the same side. Like, we should go for it. Like, my dream's not to do a podcast with YouTube videos, but this is what I enjoy doing, you know, like the creative side. So, like,
definitely.
For me, I would rather have... now the secure whatever it is and live in maybe a nicer area and then still like, so if I'm Desperate Housewives guy, right?
Okay, Desperate Housewives.
I would try and find something steady and then on the side write Desperate Housewives. Like if he moved out there with nothing, like let's say he didn't do anything, right? Except he's a writer, you know, like resume, writer, you know, good luck. But I mean, let's say he is an accomplished businessman that he can work at, you know, a corporation and on the side write that, then I see no point in not trying it, you know. But to try and go just for a rider, I don't think that's the best move.
No, definitely. But I mean, definitely always have a safety net. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not, if I was to move out there, I wouldn't just be like, okay, I'm going to do music business or nothing else. Like,
No, I agree.
You know, but that's the point. Like, you're moving out there because that's where the opportunity is. All those people have migrated out there because that's where all those jobs are.
No, definitely. I went to school for music business, and being in the area I'm at, there isn't that here.
Yeah.
So you have to be in those areas to even try to get a job.
Exactly. So moving out there, yeah, think about all those people that are trying to make it in that business. Yeah, a lot of people in that area are trying to make it in that business, but think about all the thousands or millions of people that don't have that opportunity, that don't actually get out there. So,
and if those people didn't try, there wouldn't be anyone in that business to begin with.
Exactly.
So,
and I'd like to think that I'm a little bit smarter than some people, so probably not.
yeah, I don't know.
No, I am sitting in the basement doing a podcast.
Yeah, that's true.
That's
we haven't left in years, so
That's okay. Soon, maybe.
Yeah, hopefully. No, I mean, that's a cool story. I don't really have anything like that. I've been just sitting around with a jacked up spine for months on end, so.
But you look great.
Thanks, buddy.
You're doing great.
No, so that's pretty much my cup of tea right now, is trying to just get back into finishing up school, going back to school, and trying to find a job with getting through an injury. So it's pretty frustrating.
Yeah, cut that injury and it sounds about the same.
Yeah, it's pretty much the same. But no, man, I'm about over the spine thing.
Oh, yeah, but
Yeah, so going back next week or something for more MRIs and X-rays and everything to figure out what's going on.
oh, good stuff.
Yeah, so I mean, hopefully it's not another surgery, but we'll see.
I mean, third time's the charm, right?
Yeah, third time's the charm. So I don't know. I'm hoping second time was the charm and now it's just healing, but
Yeah, definitely.
I don't think it's that, but we'll see.
No, yeah.
But no, for this podcast, that's kind of what we're going to do, is just come up with scenarios, kind of talk them through, and hopefully people comment on what they think people should do based on the scenario, or maybe send in stuff going on with their lives, and we'll joke through it.
I'd love to hear more awful serving stories too.
Yeah, because surely it's not just us.
No,
so.
yeah.
And if it is just us, then people can be like, "Hey, it's just you," and that'd be great too.
And that's perfect, because that's just a drop in the bucket of the stories that I have. So I mean, it'll be fine. We'll make it work either way.
Yeah, but we do need to come up with a name.
Yeah, good thing I'm terrible at making up names. So
Yeah, me too. But we probably should think on that.
Gino and Ryan's Untitled Podcast Show.
Done.
Is that a ripoff of Steven's Untitled Rock Show, or do you think that's far enough apart? Let them decide.
That name didn't even come to mind, probably because I didn't watch that show.
It's been forever, so maybe not.
No, I know what it is.
Yeah.
But I never watched it.
Perfect.
So, and if any listeners are younger than us, they'll have no idea what that is.
True.
That's also assuming we have listeners.
If we don't have listeners, the name doesn't matter, so...
Genius.
Name it whatever you want.
No, but that's we probably should come up with something.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
No.
We'll think on it though.
No, yeah. Maybe next time.
Yeah.
Cool.
You got anything else? Any other stories?
No,
This week?
not for right now. Maybe I'll save some
think.
for next week, and we'll
Try it again?
Yeah, we'll try it again.
I'm trying to think if I have anything else to close out with.
Follow your dreams, kids.
Yeah, that was super corny, but really good, buddy. Should we end on that?
Probably.
All right, well, cool. All right, we'll see you next week.
Yeah, done. See ya.